It's like, I'm not saying that's the explanation for everything in terms of human fertility issues, but we are consuming an evolutionarily unprecedented level of these phytoestrogens, which are mixing up our hormone signaling in
Yep.
complicated and poorly understood ways. And it's totally unsurprising that we're having fertility issues. And I'm sure there are other reasons for this. Part of the equation is that we're ingesting all of these phytoestrogens and other endocrine disruptors.
Yes. And they all compound on each other. And you unfortunately see people chugging down flax these days. And flax is added to so many products like breads and supplements. And the two highest sources of phytoestrogens are flax and soy.
Yeah.
Flax was never traditionally used as a regular food source. It was used as a paint. So if you look at what flax is, it is a fiber plus an oil. The fiber was used to make clothes, linen.
Yep.
The oil was extracted to make paint and various varnishes and
Right.
things like that.
Right.
And now it's a health food,
Right.
exposing us to phytoestrogens that we've never been exposed to at this level. And there is actually so much research showing this. Dr. Connolly, Dr. Ray Peat, Dr. Wendy are some of the few people that are like raising the flag on this, because there's people saying that they're so safe and it's the answer to curing breast cancer and all these things. But there's alarming research out there about the dangers of regularly. It's not like a one-time thing. It's this day to day to day regular consumption over time.
Yeah.
That, like you said, there's data in sheep showing, let's just make these sheep infertile by giving them excessive amounts of clover. There's a lot of data out there. There was one research study from 2024 that said that the estrogenic and endocrine disrupting compounds of phytoestrogens are worse than plastics.
Yeah. If people really want to trip out, so linoleic acid, that's the omega-6 polyunsaturated fatty acid. That's the seed oil fat. Let's call it seed oil fat. That's the most common one. Look up linoleum and how linoleum is made, and then go read about linoleic acid. And you'll start, like you've already mentioned this, Ashley, at a couple points. A lot of these things, before we started marketing them as foods, they were used for these industrial processes that will make you go, wait a minute, what was this used for? And now
Yep.
we're eating it?
Yep. Yep. And livestock are eating it because it makes them fat, and they can fatten up quicker and cheaper.
Yeah. And I want to emphasize this because it's just true. It's just in the literature. It's just so obviously true. People don't realize it yet. It's not just that linoleic acid is obesogenic. In animals, this is the most obesogenic macronutrient. If you give an animal a high linoleic acid diet, it will get fatter than if you give it a high saturated fat and ultra high fructose diet. It will get fatter than if you give it other diets. It's one of the, if not the best diet, the high linoleic acid, high seed oil fat diet, at making animals fat. We give it to farm animals, they get fatter faster, so that you got, cheaper cuts of meat in the grocery store. The biology there works largely the same in us too.
So this is really sad, but the reality is that conventional chicken, those chickens fatten so quickly because how modern food is designed, that if those chickens aren't processed soon, they will die of heart attacks because they fatten up so quickly. So
the chickens will die of heart attacks even though we're feeding them the so-called heart healthy fats?
exactly. So they have to be butchered around that 6 to 7 week. If they go much longer than that, they're going to die. And it's so unnatural
Yeah.
because of the feed composition. That now there's been some genetic altering to Cornish cross hens where like they do have really high feed conversion rates. But if they didn't have that high PUFA dry distiller grains and soybean and vegetable oil in their feeds, they wouldn't fatten up as quicker. And that would mean that Tyson and all
Right.
these big chicken companies, it would cost them more
Right.